Ever wondered why most people live in the Northern Hemisphere? Is it because the weather's better? Do the northern stars shine brighter? Or did everyone just decide that the Southern Hemisphere was too far south? Picture this, a massive cosmic game of hide and seek, where everyone decided to hide above the equator. But the real story might just be even funnier and more intriguing. Back when people were still learning how to walk upright and discovering the joys of fire, they came upon something called seasons. Consider early humans' first winter in the northern expanses, with snowflakes falling, chilly winds blowing, and someone eventually exclaiming, "I told you we should have stayed in the tropical savannas." But our forefathers, even the adventurers, found the challenge appealing. So they set up camp, built nice shelters, and invented hot cocoa. Well, maybe not the chocolate part, perhaps hot stone soup. Aside from the exhilaration of braving the cold, the Northern Hemisphere had other benefits. This takes us to today's video, where we'll look at why the North is more occupied. Did you know 90% of the world's population resides in the Northern Hemisphere? To study the Earth more easily, scientists and cartographers divide it into different segments, which we know as hemispheres. The North and South Hemispheres, which are separated by the equator. The Southern Hemisphere is the southern half of the Earth. It starts at 0 degrees latitude and continues south until it reaches 90 degrees south latitude. Unlike the Southern Hemisphere, the Northern Hemisphere features a more diverse climate. Because the Northern Hemisphere has more area, it is more diverse. This influences weather patterns and climate. The Northern Hemisphere includes all of Europe, North America, and most of Asia, a section of South America, and 2/3 of Africa. Anyway, from all we know, this leads us to the big question: how is the climate in the North? The Northern Hemisphere experiences 4 distinct seasons, due to its tilt towards the sun during different parts of the year. Winter in the Northern Hemisphere lasts from around December 21st, the winter solstice, to the spring equinox on March 20th. Summer begins around June 21st and ends around September 21st, with the fall equinox. These dates are attributable to the Earth's axial tilt. From December 21st to March 20th, the Northern Hemisphere is slanted away from the sun. From June 21st to September 21st, it is tilted towards the sun. To facilitate climate research, the Northern Hemisphere is separated into various climatic areas. The Arctic refers to the territory north of the Arctic Circle, at 66.5 degrees north. It has a climate with extremely cold winters and cool summers. In the winter, it is completely dark for 24 hours a day, but in the summer, it is completely bright. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit the subscribe button for more videos on geography. The Northern Temperate Zone extends from the south of the Arctic Circle to the Tropic of Cancer. This climatic area has pleasant summers and winters. However, individual areas within the zone might have extremely diverse weather trends. For example, the southwestern United States has an arid desert climate with extremely scorching summers, but the state of Florida in the southeastern United States has a humid, subtropical climate, with a rainy season and mild winters. The Northern Hemisphere also includes a section of the tropics between the Tropic of Cancer and the equator. This area is often hot all year, with a rainy summer season. This variation in climate allows for a range of activities throughout the year, from skiing in the winter to beach vacations in the summer. Many people appreciate this diversity and enjoy experiencing the changing seasons. Did you know that 39.3% of land is found in the Northern Hemisphere? Because the Northern Hemisphere has a larger land area, it is worth noting that the Northern Hemisphere is also home to more than half of the planet's population and major cities. With that comes different variations in culture. This is because this part of the globe has the largest landmass and contains many of the most populous countries, including China, India, and the US. Furthermore, the North is considered the richer hemisphere. Geography and prosperity have long been regarded as connected characteristics of nations. Nations that live along coastal regions, or those who have access to a local water source, are more plentiful and capable of trading with adjacent nations. The relationship between geography and a nation's wealth can be observed by examining a country's GDP, gross national product, per capita, which takes into account a nation's economic output and population. Northern Europe, the United States, and Canada are among the world's wealthiest countries, with the highest standards of living. They are using the resources, which will be talked about later in the video, to their advantage. The Northern Hemisphere is home to many of the world's major cities and cultural centres. Places like New York, London, Tokyo and Paris offer a vibrant mix of art, food and entertainment that attract people from all over the globe. Living in the Northern Hemisphere provides access to these cultural experiences and the opportunity to connect with people from different backgrounds. The Northern Hemisphere is home to vast forests, fertile agricultural land and rich mineral deposits. These resources provide opportunities for agriculture, industry and trade, making the region economically prosperous. First of all, the Northern Hemisphere benefits from a more temperate climate, ideal for cultivating crops like wheat, corn and rice. These fertile lands have sustained civilization for millennia, providing food security. Moving on to industrialization. From coal and iron in Europe to oil in the Middle East, the Northern Hemisphere has been at the forefront of industrial progress. Access to these critical resources has spurred economic expansion, resulting in innovation and urbanization. Third, minerals and metals. The Northern Hemisphere is rich in mineral deposits, which range from precious metals like gold and silver to critical resources like copper and aluminium. These resources are critical to manufacturing, building and technological growth. Finally, consider energy. With abundant renewable energy sources such as sunshine, wind and water, the Northern Hemisphere has emerged as a pioneer in sustainable energy generation. This not only minimises dependency on fossil fuels, but also attracts industries and communities seeking clean, inexpensive power. Many people are drawn to the Northern Hemisphere for the employment and economic opportunities it offers. Not to forget, the terrain in the Northern Hemisphere is temperate, allowing humans to live comfortably. In comparison, the Southern Hemisphere contains fewer landmasses and more water. The South Pacific, South Atlantic, Indian Ocean, and different seas such as the Tasman Sea between Australia and New Zealand and the Weddell Sea near Antarctica account for more than 80% of the Southern Hemisphere. The land accounts for barely 19 to 20%. The continents that comprise the Southern Hemisphere include all of Antarctica, roughly 1/3 of Africa, the majority of South America, and all of Australia. Since the North has a good climate and natural resources, this has influenced how civilizations build dwellings. For example, the ancient Anasazi people of southern North America built apartments on steep cliffs. The shady space helped residents stay cool in the hot, dry, desert atmosphere. Now we have high-level skyscrapers and many durable buildings. In conclusion, people opt to live in the Northern Hemisphere due to its abundance of natural resources, from rich fields to industrial resources to minerals and renewable energy. This region provides numerous prospects for success and growth. As previously said, the Northern Hemisphere, which accounts for approximately 90% of the world's population, has a remarkable range of ecosystems and landscapes, which contributes greatly to its habitability, from temperate forests and grasslands to bustling urban areas and bountiful agricultural zones. The abundance of ecological and geological diversity provides strong grounds for human residence and community development. Furthermore, the Northern Hemisphere is rich in temperate woods, which have played a vital role in human colonisation and expansion. These forests, primarily in North America and Europe and portions of Asia, provide a wealth of natural resources, such as lumber, water and game. The seasonal climate in these places, with clearly defined summer and winter and tolerable temperature extremes, contributes to livable environment for humans. Urbanisation is another important factor. The Northern Hemisphere is home to the bulk of the world's largest and most economically powerful cities, including New York, Tokyo, Paris and Beijing. These metropolitan hubs not only give economic opportunities in a variety of industries and sectors, but they also give modern infrastructure, healthcare and educational services. The trend towards metropolitan areas perpetually draws populations to these regions. Beyond metropolitan environments, the northern landscapes sustain a varied range of lifestyles and economic activity. Grasslands and savannas are essential for both agricultural and cattle production. The boreal forests and tundra, despite being less heavily populated, offer unique potential for resource extraction while supporting indigenous cultures and traditional lifestyles. Furthermore, the Northern Hemisphere's geographical structure contains extensive river systems such as the Mississippi, Danube, and Yangtze, which have been critical for transportation, trading, and sustaining big populations. Coastal areas along the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, the Mediterranean Sea, and other large bodies of water promote trade and communication, making them desirable locations for human settlement. Finally, the Northern Hemisphere's diverse ecosystems and landscapes promote a wide range of economic activities, support a diversity of lifestyles, and supply critical resources, making it an ideal place for human settlement. Furthermore, from snow-covered mountains to tropical rainforests, this biodiversity provides opportunities for outdoor activities such as hiking, camping, and wildlife watching. Many people are attracted to the Northern Hemisphere for its natural beauty and the chance to explore diverse environments. The Northern Hemisphere offers a combination of diverse climates, natural resources, biodiversity, and cultural opportunities that make it an attractive place to live. These geographic factors influence why people choose to reside in the Northern Hemisphere and contribute to the region's dynamic and diverse population. That's it for today's video. What did you find most surprising from today? Let us know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed learning more about the hemispheres. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.